Hello everyone, welcome back to my first video in 2024. I wish you all health, happiness, and what I wish all for us is peace on earth, because there's so much going on. But this channel should not be political or anything. I just wish everyone a quiet 2024. And I'm starting with my pour, and I used some drops of the berry, and then I made a brown shade before I mixed it into my cup. And then I used just a tiny bit to tone my pink down with this brown I mixed with yellow, blue, and red. So this is my color. And the pour I'm going to do is a daisy belly flower. So this is a simple pour practically. I pour my first color into the mold, and I'm only doing one coaster because it was my last pour of the year, and of last year of 2023, and I only did one coaster. I hope it's fine for you. And I'm just pouring this like a puddle into my mold. The mold I'm using here is the Rough and Tough Geode mold from MoldsandShapes. And I'm using the Ultracast Resin. I let the Ultracast Resin sit for around about 20 minutes so it gets warmer. When you look at the original video or the tutorial of Micah from resincourses.com, she's using a thick resin. I think she's using the Geode resin from Colorberry. But I don't have this to hand, so I thought I'd try just to wait a little bit before I start my pouring. To just let my resin sit a little bit and to thicken up. Second color, as you can see, is my white. And for my white, I just used the pigment drops from Etter Art, like I did with the colored. And I'm just pouring it on top of my pink. And now I'm just scraping out my cup a little bit because I'm a little bit afraid that I maybe did not mix enough resin, so my coaster should be full. Here's the pigment drop, the white, the big bottle. It was not yet labeled because at the time when I got these pigments, they were not available in shop yet, so that's why it's not labeled. And to my white, I also mixed some of the pearl. So it's a mica, it's a pearl mica, and you can do it, So for my clear resin, I only put one drop of the pigment drop into my my clear resin, and you see how intensive this is. And with this, I'm just filling up my mold to the rim, and I had enough. I had some of the blue left, and I just poured it into something else later. But that's basically it. You just pour your clear or bluish clear on top of your white. It's just a simple puddle pour, and then you just let your resin work and do its magic. Yeah, I'm just carefully putting some more into my mold because I really want to have the mold up to the rim, but I don't want to overflow it. That's why with my last bit I was very carefully. And now I'm showing you a time lapse, and it's amazing. I also use some of the, it's sort of Chameleon glitter into my mold. It's a peachy, I cannot remember the name. I will put this into my description box. It's from Etter Art, but you can see here now the time lapse and how the resin is moving, and it's making a beautiful pattern at the pouring side. And you can also see that my resin is really doming in the mold. So I don't like to grind or do anything. That's why I like to have my molds rather full. And this is now the close-up, how it's looking just after it closed up, after I did my final swirl in the center. And I'm very curious how this is gonna turn out. But I love the blue and the pinkish, the dark pinkish shade with the white. Yeah, so I'm very curious how this is going to turn out. And I never did the daisy belly in this sort of mold. I did it once or twice even in the mold from mica from resincourse.com, but I wanted to do this in the Geode rough and tough mold, and I think, you know, from the pouring side, it's very interested. And now you see how it still changed after I did my, my time lapse, but I couldn't leave it on for too long because I needed my cell phone. But let's have a look how this is going to turn out. It's still a tiny bit bendy, but look at this. It looks really like the belly of the daisy. That's, I guess, why we called it, because I helped Micah calling it the daisy belly flower. But I really love it, and it has a lot of depth with all these little petals outside. Okay, it didn't close completely, but I actually don't mind. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with this. You really see the depths. And now there's coming a little, little film of the final results, and I really love how it cracked up, how it makes these little dotty petals, and I'm so in love with this. I'm in love with the color, and I'm not a pinky girl. So with this, I love and leave you, and I wish you a great 2024. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.